everyone, this is me, Jyotika Bedi from Happiness is Love, and we have with us Pickle, if you can see, busy having his treat. So today I am feeling very buoyant and I thought it's a perfect opportunity to make a video on public speaking. Why? Because now public speaking is a basic skill. Believe me, our 16-year-old son who was signing up for giving his SAT landed up having a question while filling the form that have you taken any courses on public speaking? So guess what? Whether you're a parent, a student, a young adult, a professional, a teacher, an educator, everyone now needs to learn and practice good public speaking. It's really a skill. We can all learn it. We can all up our game. All it needs is few simple tips and few simple strategies that I'm going to share with you today. So I am very, very excited. While I'm having my cup of tea, I thought, let's get rolling and share with you, because I am forever learning and growing my public speaking bone. It's so important. And if you have seen our videos in the last 2-3 years, because one is in the business of learning and growing and sharing, I have learned about myself that I can definitely keep constantly improving, because there is so much to learn and we all are lifelong learners. So that's why this video today, so that you can be a confident, compelling, and an impactful public speaker. So are you ready for this journey with me? Let's roll. First of all, I wanted to share with all of you that, did you know that public speaking is one of the greatest fears universally? It's even greater than fear of dying. Can you believe it? You know, when I was in school, I used to feel so anxious. My legs used to wobble. My heart used to be literally in my mouth. And I had sweaty palms, largely because of this fear of being on stage. And I'm sure everyone who's seeing this video can relate. And I almost had something called glossophobia. I felt like I'm on a firing squad and people are shooting at me, like literally. And I'd rather die than actually get on stage. But again, it's thanks to my mom that she encouraged me and supported me, because she really believed that it's going to be a future skill. And if we all want to be future ready, we better switch on our A game and learn how to be good communicators. And you know, if you're a student, you will need to be on stage at some point. Even if you're at work as a professional, I need to make sales pitches. You will need to attend seminars where you have to speak up. But again, we're not taught how to do it the right way. What is the effective, compelling way? Are you ready to learn with me? So before I tell you the tricks and the tips, because there's only one fundamental principle. First, understanding the root of your fear. And second, overcoming that fear. So why do we really, let me ask you, why do we really fear public speaking? It's primarily because of fear of judgment, fear of making a mistake and not measuring up. And it's true for you and it's true for me. So this fear is what holds us back. This is the primary source of why we all rather die than get up and be on stage. And also, when we overcome this fear, something magical starts to happen within us. Of course, we all feel the nervousness, we feel the anxiety, we feel the sweaty palms, the cold chill down our spines and knots in our stomach. All of that is normal. But with practice, and more practice. And believe me, I am still work and learn. I make so many videos, but every time I make a video, I feel a little something in my stomach. I do feel anxious. But again, these tools that I'm going to share with you help me in becoming a better public speaker. So for students, it's very, very important to start early. If you're a young adult, it's never too late, but start now. Because this is a basic skill now and you all need to practice it and learn it. And I'm ready to share the strategies with you. So like I said, I had the biggest fear and I am sharing with you because only and only through practice, I've been able to overcome that fear, face my fear head on, and become more self-confident than before. And believe me, even the greatest of all public speakers beforehand do their homework. They do their practice. They practice out loud. Sometimes for instance, I use recording devices so that I can see myself in action, so that I know exactly how am I communicating. Do I know my script well enough? Do I have my points in front of me? I just can't wake up and say, okay, fine, I'm going to make a video and not be prepared or not practice beforehand. Get yourself a video camera. We all have smartphones. Do a practice run. Watch yourself. And if you're brave enough, practice in front of your friends and family. So I have 3 kids. I am forever practicing in front of my children. I make them my audience, and so cutely they sit and then they give me feedback and then cheer for me if my practice is good. So you can do the same. Talk about what you know. It is very important. Whether you're giving a speech or you're making a video, it's important to talk about something that you are excited about, something that you are passionate about. I make all these videos because I am passionate about learning. I am passionate about growing. And that's why I'm in the business of personal growth and development, because it is my hunger and drive to learn. And when I learn, I share and I grow. And sharing is anyways caring. So make sure that whatever video that you want to make, let's say for instance, or if there's a speech that you have to give, it has to be true to who you really are, to things that you love, topics that resonate with you, so that your audience feels connected and is coming from a place of authenticity. Like every cell in your body should actually echo all that you're saying, because those words will only have weight if you are speaking your truth. We have started this passion project called Happiness is Love. Why? Because this is our truth. We believe that the only way to build a better world is by building better bonds. And that's why we make these videos for you, so that together we can all cultivate more deep, meaningful relationships and cultivate more happiness. And the world is really waking up to that reality now after Corona. So again, your audience will be drawn towards you if you choose a topic that you like, a topic that you love, a topic that you stand for. This way, you will feel less anxious and more excited. Of course, we feel nervous, and of course, we feel anxious, and of course, we feel fearful. But you will be better prepared because this content is going to be about you. Make sure that you concentrate on the message. It's very important. And again, this requires practice. It requires preparation so that you are focused on the task at hand, and you will feel less anxious and more in control if you concentrate on the main message of your speech or your presentation. So again, there has to be a logical sequence to whatever you're going to present. Like for instance, today, I've made this video for you on public speaking tips and strategies. I cannot make a video which is impactful or effective if I don't have a logical sequence to what I'm going to share. So I've got my notes. I would love to show you. Here I have notes that I prepared this morning. And I went through them and I practiced in front of the mirror, because that's my style. I love to practice in front of the mirror so that I can see how my message is coming across. If I need to infuse my message with more energy and enthusiasm, then I practice that. So let's say you're in school and you have to deliver a speech or do a presentation in class. Make sure that you are prepared and you are concentrating on the message. This is the best way to grab the attention of your audience, because please understand, whether you're at school or at work, people want you to succeed. People want to see you do well. People want you to create an impact. People want you to be inspirational. And that requires work, hard work, and conscious effort. And when with practice, you can achieve it. So make sure that your first 20 seconds. So for instance, when I started this video, the first 20 seconds were again about me having glossophobia, having this fear of public speaking. So again, immediately the audience will be able to relate with you. You can start with a fact, you can start with a quote, or you can start with your own personal story. I always like to share a lot about my personal struggles, my storms, and my successes, because that makes you more relatable. It makes you more real, because that's the goal. So again, if you want to be a compelling communicator, make sure that you are prepared, you know what you have to focus on, and you have to be interesting. So now the next question is, how does one really prepare? Being prepared to speak in public is important, because this is something that will help you combat your social anxiety, and we all feel the anxiety, and you want to come across as more self-assured and confident to give that speech that will help you present yourself well. So some of the things that I do, and I hope they are useful to you, are as follows. Visualize the room. So what I do is, I gave a TED Talk 2 years ago. So what I did was, before I did my TED Talk, I actually requested the school staff to send me a photograph of the room where we will be presenting our TED Talk. This helped me hugely, because then I trained my mind. I actually visualized myself standing on that stage and delivering the most powerful TED Talk ever. So it's very, very important, and it's useful for you to do that little bit of homework so that you can then visualize where you'll be standing. And in your mind, you can actually plant people in front of you in your mind's eye and just practice that speech. And you know what happens when you're actually delivering that TED Talk, that speech? Your mind tells you, hey, I've already been there. So you feel less anxious and you feel more confident. Visit the room. Let's say this is not an option and you have to prepare for a seminar and you are the keynote speaker. Visit the room half an hour before. Once you acquaint yourself with the environment, or let's say you are a student and you have to give a speech in class, make sure that you go before time so that again you can familiarize yourself with the environment and the surroundings. And again, stand there, notice the room, visualize yourself standing in front of an audience and delivering your speech in the most powerful and impactful way. And believe me, this is such a useful tip. I always do it and I encourage everyone to do the same. Then some of the things that work for me and I'd love to share with you, make sure that you speak to someone. If you're feeling anxious before you enter that talk, that speech, that seminar or a sales pitch, and you are feeling overwhelmed or swamped, just call that one person, that one trusted person who will remind you of your greatness, will pump you up and again make you believe that you can do this. So do that. I do that. I often make that one call to my mom or Akanksha where we work together as the power team, quick call to say, just tell me that I'm going to be great. And it really and surely helps. So try that. And make sure that you observe other speakers. So for my TED Talk, I was, I think, the third speaker. Make sure that you observe how other people are speaking. I did a lot of research and saw other people's way of expressing themselves, speaking their truth, telling their stories in the most compelling way, because this really helps you then enhance your skills and your style. So make sure that you do that for yourself. And organize your talk. That is so important. You have to make sure, there is a science literally on public speaking where you have to know how to organize your thoughts. And we're all storytellers, right? The world now needs not enough, there's enough successful people. The world now needs more healers, more feelers, more transformers and storytellers. And there is a science to storytelling, where there is a story of me and there's a story of us and there's a story of now. And I'm sure this is even taught at schools like Harvard. So there goes, you can do your fact finding, you can do your research, you can see other people express themselves in the most marvelous way. So again, I will encourage all of you to use these simple tips of visualizing, going to the room, observing other people, calling someone if you're feeling anxious, so that you are better prepared and you are feeling less anxious. Now, the most important part really is on how to manage that anxiety. That is so important, because it's really that anxiety that pulls us down, that doesn't really push us sometimes. Rather, it demotivates us. But how to manage that anxiety so that you feel motivated and you feel propelled is what I'm going to tell you. So yeah, managing that anxiety is extremely important. And that's why I made this video, because we all feel the anxiety, but we don't know how to manage it, how to use it so that it actually helps us be our bestest self. So yeah, let's say you're a school goer or you're in college, and right now you are just about to deliver your speech or make your presentation. Talk to someone. Like I just shared, talk to your teacher. Talk to your mentor. If you can't reach out to a family member, make sure that you express that anxiety to someone, because when we share it, when we express it, we release it. So it's very, very, very important for you to be honest, to be open, and state your feeling, because once you do that, you'll be at ease. Don't try to hide it. Don't try to block it. Don't try to fight it, or don't try to swallow it. It's okay to feel anxious. It's okay to feel nervous. It's absolutely normal. I feel it too till this point. I make so many videos, but even before I was going to make this video today, I felt the anxiety. I felt the pangs. So it's completely okay. Let's normalize it. This is a human experience. We all feel it. But again, the point is that you share with someone. You express it so that it doesn't weigh you down. And then visualize yourself confidently delivering your speech or your presentation or your sales pitch, so that you switch on your A game. And you are that one person in the room that everybody applauds, because you have done your preparation. You have done your practice. You have done your homework of organizing your speech, organizing your talking points, organizing your presentation in the most effective manner. And now you have the tools. You know the tricks. Make sure that if nothing works, you have a friendly face, that you are smiling. What your smile can do, nothing else can do. In fact, before you actually start talking, before you actually deliver your speech, the first thing people notice is your body language. And we have been given this as the best way to show your true self. And even if you're feeling nervous and anxious, and I am too, I smile my way through. Because when you smile, it sends out a message to your audience that you are warm, and you could be nervous, but yet you are friendly and you are approachable. I see so many people doing their talks and they have great content, but the smile is missing. The warmth is missing, because this really speaks louder than your words. So make sure that you practice enough smiling. You can be anxious, you can be nervous, you can feel overwhelmed, but smile, switch on that smile for sure. Now let me tell you a little bit about maintaining perspective. Remember, like I said, that people are actually cheering for you. Your audience wants you to succeed. They want you to deliver and present in the most powerful way. And what happens is that our negative narrative needs to be challenged. Before I go on stage as a student, my narrative could be, oh my God, I can't do this. I am such a failure. I'm not good at this. He or she is better than me. I'm no good. I can't do this. This is the negative narrative that you need to challenge, that you need to change. If you are well prepared, you better tell yourself, I can do this. I will do this. I can do this. And my audience is going to cheer for me. And I'm going to be my best self. And even if you're not on that particular day, guess what? It's a practice run for you. It's a learning opportunity. Anything that you keep practicing, you get good at. So if you practice talking to yourself negatively, you'll get good at that. But if you change that negative narrative and you rewire your brain and you tell yourself that, no, I'm going to do this. This is the greatest opportunity for me to overcome that fear. And I want to be that confident communicator, that compelling speaker. And with practice, I will overcome it. This will help not just your self-confidence, but it will even help your profile. It will help you strengthen this skill. And it will make you future ready, because we all need to now upgrade ourselves. We need to learn skills for the future. And public speaking is going to be a very, very, very important skill. So yeah, what are some of the speaking tips and tips? Why I'm sharing this with you is, again, these are things that I have read about, I have researched, I have learned, I have practiced, and they are very, very helpful for me. Sometimes it's important to realize that you need to develop your own style. So of course, I follow Simon Sinek, I follow a lot of people. I love their style of communicating. I love the way they exude energy and confidence and speak in a way that you are just so drawn towards them. It's their style. And you can emulate someone's style. However, you have to be original. You have to be creative. You have to create your own style. For instance, my style is where I love to be energized and enthused and maybe sometimes speak in a sing-song manner, but this is true of me. This is who I am. And this is what makes me unique, and we all are unique. We all have our unique ways of communicating. So again, be true to yourself. Do that self-inquiry to figure out really what is your style. And work on developing your own personal style as a public speaker. Integrate your personality into your speaking style so that you feel more confident, so that you feel more you. And it's very, very important to do that work. And telling personal stories, believe me, facts tell, but stories sell. We all love to hear stories. In fact, storytelling is the most powerful form of education for inspiring change. And we're not taught how to be good storytellers, but guess what? We're all storytellers, because by the end of the day, we all are stories. We are stories that we tell ourselves. We are stories that were told to us by our parents. We are stories that we tell our children. So it's really in our DNA. All we need to do is just polish that skill a little bit, because it's there in you, and believe me, it's there in you. So make sure, whether you're a student, young adult, professional, parent, teacher, you can polish that skill which is untapped in you right now. And I believe in you. I'm rooting for you. I'm cheering for you, because I know it is possible. Also, one little tip. Please avoid filler words. Some of us are used to using filler words when we talk, words like, well, try avoiding these, because what happens is you are actually pausing to think of what you're going to say, but then that doesn't come across as very confident. So again, it's taken me practice. Earlier, I would say a lot of so I wanted to make this video, and it's natural, but with practice, with conscious effort and checking your ears, you'll be able to minimize them and slowly get rid of them. So avoid the filler words. It's very, very important so that there's a flow, and it's okay to make a mistake, but let's get rid of the filler words because we want to come across as self-confident, right? So make sure that you also practice being silent for a few moments. It's okay. In fact, it's good to have a pause. Just like I had one right now. We are so anxious to just vomit out our content that we're just like, let me speak fast and get it done with and over and out, cut to cut. It doesn't work. I know you're anxious, so am I, but you have to learn. And I have this acronym for myself, LSC. L for loudly. I mean, there's no point making a video if I'm not audible. So make sure that you are loud when you do your practice. Make sure you practice. The S is speaking slowly. We naturally tend to speak fast because we're so anxious, and I feel the fear, and oh my God, I'm going to be judged, and what are people going to say, and oh my God, I want to just get this done with. It doesn't work. Have to practice speaking slowly because that's how you will captivate your audience. That's why you'll get their listening ears on, because you will speak slowly, loudly, and the C is clearly. If I'm not clear in my message, why would anybody want to hear me? So remember the LSC. This is something that I remind myself every time I make a video and I have to deliver a speech or make a presentation. So make sure that you practice speaking slowly, and this will help you not just when you make videos, it will just help you generally, because we are trained to speak loudly. We don't speak slowly. We just want to get our message done over and out, and we don't want to do the hard work of actually seeing whether I need to or not. Vary your tone, your volume, and your speed. If I speak too softly, you won't be interested in hearing me. Or if my speed and tone is not matching, you will not be engaged with me. Interesting speakers vary their pitch, high versus low. So I use high pitch when I want to share something exciting, something thrilling, something enthralling. And I lower my pitch when I want to create that drama, create that suspense. And I lean forward, practice the pause so that my audience is all ears. So make sure that you use high and low pitch according to your script, according to your content. And the speed also can be fast sometimes and slow for words that you want to create an impact, words that you want should be highlighted. So again, this variation is very important. Only then will your audience really be interested in listening to you. And doing so will make not just your content interesting, it will make you interesting. Because remember, it's not just about what you say. The most important part is how you say it. That's where the magic really lies. On how you deliver that speech. On how you create magic in the room through your energy, through your enthusiasm, your preparation. You infect everyone listening to you. And guess what? Sometimes using humor. Again, this is something that doesn't come naturally to some of us. Sometimes using humor again works really, really well. Everybody wants to be amused. So again, if you crack a joke in between your speech, it'll only lighten up the air. It'll only make everybody's mood feel better. And you internally will feel better. So again, as an icebreaker, sometimes when I start, let's say a workshop, we do a lot of workshops, I crack a joke. Or if I'm going to end a workshop or a webinar, I just say something funny and just end it at that. And if you're a school student, you anyways have that comfort with your classmates. Make a joke, poke fun at someone. You'll come across as more confident. And don't forget to smile. That is your number one. If everything fails, your smile will never fail. Because people will know that you're coming from a place of authenticity and you're genuine. And it's okay, like I said, to feel the anxiety and feel the stress and the pressure and the physical symptoms of your body trembling and quivering. But you will be perceived with love and warmth if you smile. And lastly, please do not apologize. If you make a mistake, own it. It's okay. It's okay to even, you can be unapologetic about it. Depends. You can apologize or just let it go, because we all make mistakes. We all understand it's hard to put yourself out there because there is this fear of being judged. There's a fear of being embarrassed. There's a fear of people laughing at you. So again, it's okay to make a mistake. I make mistakes so many times. I make videos and sometimes I see that, I made and my son, by the way, is a grammar Nazi. So he will be like, oh, mother, you said that word wrongly, or you should have paused here, or that didn't sound right. I own it. I claim it. I'm like, I'm sorry, I made a mistake, but now it's done. Next time, I'll be more careful. And thank you for teaching me that. So it's okay. We are seeking perfection, which really is an illusion. So it's okay to make a mistake and don't keep dwelling on it. And guess what? Chances are that your classmates or your work, people at work, your teammates did not even notice it. And you're just being overcritical of yourself. Well, unless it's a figure or a fact that you stated, there is really no point of over apologizing and overthinking. Make sure that you use all these tips, all these techniques and strategies to be that confident, compelling, impactful communicator that you were born to do. And again, like I said, it is a skill. We're all learning the skill. I'm still work and learn. And I hope these simple, very, very simple, practical, yet powerful techniques have helped you. Please reach out to us if you need more help. We are here to support you. We have curated a robust public speaking curriculum that now we're running across schools, with students, with teachers. Parents are signing up with us. We've even started corporate work because we all need it. Like I said, it's the need to be future ready. So if you're ready to jump in with us on this learning ride, feel free to reach out because we care and we are there. Thank you so much for supporting us, for encouraging us, and for always cheering for us.